Those no, you're fine. Okay, malwaysay malungil itasit malungil tutaw marvek ladro kuya ko. Sil tune in o mesetial chor kidra Omengereker Mondays el Untitled Monday kwarta gil ya badrayang di ako kora swadal ko kumityang lo kela ministry da HRCTD ko explore ay ko PSL te al so mal masaw la kiru kanay ko mos el telor gidre el Untitled el Monday malungil tutaw kiru.
Ali. Manungit tutan marigit rogoy. And as you guys know, and so the open since the lola ba positive vibes. Adiula. It's on. Sorry, we thought we had some technical difficulties. So for this morning, ngayon Proverbs and Proverbs of Palau, written by Robert K. McKnight. And this one, it's located in chapter 5, decision making. Sabam tiganing the decision making, Proverb 116. Ngora bagarur tel abis dirwebet emalalma. Ngora bagarur tel abis dirwebet emalalma. So, Randy, kuktungura ka what ngara ko ra so they'll say malumang
Ora bagarur tel abis dir web te malalma. Til apel waseng nal bagatauta. Agel aim ngi ang amaral di hita agel el goals ngi bagatauta.
I say. Es el wal so the tokorang par that was like a fast top that is planted as soon as it is dropped. In Palau, the top is planted as soon as it is dropped to the ground, where it usually wobbles for a spell before it becomes planted or stable. The better the top, the less the wobble. A statement that is right to the point, or a decisive and good decision, is like a good top. The idiom may be applied to a person who is quick to get the point or learn a new skill. Say so that the part ang adira sa the low spending like mora adal dira kom start tawrorin adita loloko ar maredling itaman tutin rulin more sa kurapabal sa bari elungi like cook outcome. I don't know. Outcome. What about you? What do you think? We have a special guest in the house, Regner, Techitong, and we'll be welcoming him on the hot job segment. But before we get to the hot job segment, ngara ko raw the swim nga sisig del ngora bakarur tel abis dir webte.
Since you're here early. Sige del molkoring il terong I guess it's kamel preparing and then orati esel tal morbati nga di malalama or madalama and it's spinning so sige del korawase just what I feel from agagi del tokoy like maldi more sige del molkoring sel adsuko mga adal momrula tokoy eng more sep kurababal sa eleng motauta tokoy. So that's just what I get from it. All right.
Hindi na kami nasuwakal, considering a positive affirmation, kind of in the line of decision making. And so positive affirmation sa obigi sa tuta we para diri ke mga mokarabencho ay gigidaigal suamal kamasakaradir di kalmal korakaw, right? So that when you go about your day, you have that positive mindset to keep you going. The positive affirmation and I have considered every outcome and I am making the right choice. akumdas ng klotutela la ado tolokortyang to ourselves said sumo ka tokoram tikara kodangara sila tokol let's say kosigaw ate arawreor and maybe there's 3 different opportunities ginam kora way out the pros and cons ma sel lab TV rarong na sen tegit tel sokal moringi en comorse el full force morse kurbabal sub m like on point with this the proverbs tiro web te malalm. So once you say you're gonna go to some and do something, go through do it full force and just be open-minded because sometimes we choose something and then maybe it's not that particular outcome. Ako at point that like it's a stepping stone to that bigger picture or that bigger goal. What do you think? How would you break that down in El Torbello? I have considered every outcome and I am making the right choice. Randy, Regner?
I think considering every outcome is something that is very important in a lot of things. Like, kung nga kalangan at marketing, sa mga PR, public relations, jirem el consider abek pentingnya outcome sa bibira atas kakukmal ko amda sul negative kakukmal amda sul kura optimistic and then you have to consider every outcome lang sa tiyang amo wang ara tetela la kurungi wang ara nga sumak mo akmo murungi wang ara ng gira kalos pe ang ara mga it's basically preparation and so considering every outcome and then what was the last part?
And I am making the right choice.
And then making the right choice. So basically, while dula sing la research el gira la sel mo result.
Manda ka ba low
raro? Feel it mo. Dahil kuruk mo kuringi ang right choices. So that say I mean even mulmutra the aldadura sel obis. Silvata makatati katanda sa tingin like katukatingin di dalokoy. And then kira dal direct na sa actually ang ngarang mo affecting in mo kalaat era omdali mang di katim kabrut mutol tomalanong laad tomala kukdera malukot ko hindi kita ko ako kundas like so kamla consider outcome mong dai show emdali kung kukra la ka lang raklet consider all the outcomes. I like that.
All right. Masel mong mangulabong one motivational quote Lara Tony Robbins and also goes in line with what we just discussed and wase it is in your moments of decisions that your destiny is shaped. So it is in your moments of decisions that your destiny is shaped. So make sure you weigh out all the outcomes, make that right decision, then say the decision ako sab either ikaw ngo sa ekkersel o sel momdas ringi or hindi na sab el tomalaw. So be decisive. That was the point of that whole situation. But yeah, I know that sometimes it can be hard. Like one of the things I've been thinking about is like, should I reach out to some people and start to carpool because and driving back and forth is it's a hassle. But then there's also that a carpool and cook mo gira maral sa lora laad or so that's just a simple way of considering your everyday decisions. But whatever you do, hope you guys go out there, think about all these job vacancies that are available. Today we have a special guest, Regner from WIOA, who will be sharing some employer convention details for us. So let's move right into hot jobs.
All right.
Yay!
Hot jobs.
Help us welcome Regner Techitong. All right. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Oy, malungit tutal ko kita Roku, el mergi the Roku, el Lawrence sa Mr. Programmer Kid. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for your patience.
No, el ang akangklik Regner Techitong. Ako we're pala WIOA Title 1 office and I started working there at 2018. So I found a job there at 2018, and so it's been like what 4 years. 4 years. Hindi ko rin at eligible gap. I ha Ministry of Health, and then I'm back there now. So what we do there is we're under the U.S. Department of Labor. We're not under. We're being funded by the U.S. Department of Labor, specifically the Employment and Training Administration. So, gimuru la rera under the grants, el provider ko tagi the administration ng part. And sorry, kung we're located at PCC campus, at Cascas building. Most of the funding are 90.
I can do.
You're gonna edit that out.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
Okay. Okay. So our funding is 90% federal and then 10% local. And why Title One? Au lagi Title One. It's I got Title One na act or la rangabar. El help para disadvantaged individuals with significant barriers to employment.
Okay.
So
Meaning like what? What would that?
so individuals with disabilities, individuals who come from low-income households, individuals who are basic skills deficient, and etc. I gave the sel mumda sunwa se tamo barrier rangang sel polo rear at tel basyo, nka laade ka transportation ni or I gave yeah. So trigege the wal priority ro obviously ma'am.
Wow, that's kind of that's
a big demographic.
Yeah, I mean that's so you basically can kind of like kung nga ko ra basic el formal follower niya mo
Avang.
Okay, I see.
So that's why sila may ata ulong ko telde ko mo man daling na at sa level apply. We have to provide every source of income ra. So sometimes it will feel like I mal invade your privacy.
Yeah, invading your privacy.
Ding auto tele like I get the mamil malaw do is for data rang bar.
Why say?
So the why say? Like I give the Title I programs, it's for disadvantaged individuals. So I give them, I get uspe ay and a little background there, ma'am.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
A little background there, ma'am, is we were WIA before. So we recently in 2016 I gave WIOA. So WIOA is Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act. Before we were Workforce Innovation Act, and before that we were JTPA, Job Training Partnership Act, and before that CITA, that's the Comprehensive Employment and Training Act. So we've been through several transitions. The amendra mangkukchen sa the WIOA across all 50 states, ma US territories, ma the federally associated states.
Okay. Para one sa main mission WIOA like to help the disadvantaged individuals, but what is like the outcome for them to get permanent hire? This is like a temporary job placement situation.
Okay, so
or is it like a funding?
Yes, it is. It is a fund. It's all of that. So it's funding that helps. Basically, what we do is we link employers and job seekers. So our job seekers sa through ko ma place them in employment. Our employers ako through ko ma malosigar adalo or. So we're like a medium.
Baka may magiging close sponsor Omengereker Mondays.
Hopefully moving forward,
definitely. Yeah.
So that's what we do. We link job seekers and employers. And what we fund is I give fund that are other train. So also maata me like we said, also mang disadvantaged, kaya walboy priority link Title 1. So ma-priority and then nag-iotong na program will trainer ngi for as long as the employer needs. Ding dekal walbol exceedra 6 months. So they come and the first trial is 3 months. So get trainer till fully funded till for the first 3 months, and then also mang employer uspe amutel okoro omestringi assess ring kal other lower was kal mutel uspe training, and mulu usin megi extend ring for another 3 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And ding agreement tra ma employer is, are you training to hire? Are you training to hire? Ling tianga upskill raat. Take the program, it's meant to upskill raat, bring them up to speed with the current
Like the current
job
sets
oy,
or
the
Yeah.
current job skill sets that
experiences.
oy that el al time ng gora katome se uspe.
Office or customer service,
Yes.
stuff like that.
Why say? So until such time that an employer feel it was ngam lamit tagal skill set, ngam mo o train them more to the point where I can hire them at the go ahead and start the hiring process. And then that's a positive hit on us. Lang success story ra ma magi
I
report
see.
ringi.
So, speaking of success stories, so I want to kung Carl wasing like kung mga sa turnover rate, like what's the turnover rate ra kung sel 4 years ra kalo ang mga alsel and ngungil lang, what do you think?
Sel dukok tungurangak, and yes, in the 4 years that I've worked there, malungil na turnover rate lang jobs are, well, people are needed for these jobs. People are needed to do these jobs
Yeah.
across all sectors, Arbela, whether it's office clerk, whether it's ang adra survey or trigan mora field that agigil direct hands on. It's a really good turnover is good. I would say 80% hires. Yeah.
And mara public and private
Yes.
sector?
Public and private and government.
Open and mara what other belau only, or like what's the demographic?
So a demographic is yes, citizens ra US, citizens ra US territories, so like Guam, Puerto Rico, American Samoa, ma freely associated states. Gidal Belao, ROP, RMI, ma FSM. Yeah.
I did not know. I thought it was just Palau.
Ang since ang yigarang parang three fall under either ka US or US territory or ka freely associated states kita low compact kita mga part. We can take advantage of those programs. What I say? So let's say nguk adra like adra Indian ding million lang part. Ending US citizen mang eligible program. El Kirbela will eligible program.
And what's the age group?
So it's broken down to different age groups. So here are some of the programs that we offer. So to get the Title 1 programs, these are the programs that we're talking about. The youth, adult, and dislocated worker. And then another program that we offer is the SYEP, and we'll get into that later. My apprenticeship training program, and we'll get to that later too. So Title 1, youth. El Awal Employment Program for serving eligible youth ages 14 to 24 who face barriers to education, training, and employment. The program focuses primarily on out-of-school youth. Edira kal help prayo del selgimun kal adal may agi may help ringi release del IEP, sel individual employment plan. So what do you want to do with your career? How can we help you? Offer continued support for educational attainment and opportunities for skill training. Yeah. So again, who is eligible? Like the citizens of US territories, and freely associated states. And then sel next Title 1 adult. Adulta employment program for serving eligible adults aged 18 or older with barriers to employment, including disabilities, low income, basic skills deficient, etc. Individuals with said barriers are priority by default, but individuals seeking jobs can be served as well. Program helps clients in career exploration and guidance and opportunities for skills training. And again, trigigid are eligible. I mentioned before. And then the third and last but not least, still part of Title 1 is the dislocated worker. So employment program, the DW, it's for people who were displaced. due to layoffs, natural disasters, company closures. At the program, aim is server tirigay to re-enter them into the workforce after displacement.
What about COVID?
COVID. El at nga mal di. That's a good question. El at di DW, but there was another grant that came out and thing la agina mo mer kanina obvious mlalap sa obvious ra ma'am. It was the National Dislocated Workers Grant. So that was meant to fund people who were dislocated due to COVID. So trigal adra PPR, trigal boat operators, OOY. Trigal nga tourism industry who were displaced due to COVID. Sige dawal blil gidel funder tier. OOY. So that was that. Hindi tigil DW the focus are about. So just
were just within and just closure because the business closed, not because the business closed due to COVID.
this isn't primarily pandemic.
Okay.
Centered around the pandemic, but this is helping. Nga ringil help trigel. So let's say kumbali close. En kalada mo osiga rior sa Elmer tangagi offer tagi the dislocated worker magiru kothre lister employers sa kama malosiga ngaring yar job opening certificate o secretary. Yes. And again, eligible yagi the mentioned before. So those are the three types of Title I programs that we offer. Youth, Adult, MATW. And then Tegid, this is probably our most popular program. This is the one you hear about Arangal School and Activity OOY.
Formerly known as
Yeah.
SWEP.
Yeah.
Is this formerly known as SWEP? Or is this a new?
Oh,
SWEP was through MOE.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you guys had it was I din sa WIA.
I feel like that's
Yeah,
a rite of
WIA,
passage.
I remember.
Whole other way now, right?
Yeah, that's like I'm not thankful
Sorry,
like if it wasn't for programs like SWEP WIA or sa Kukmara High School every summer, that was my escape to, one, utilize the summer kira apply, and two, learn some skill sets. So ako ran marang parte ko there, all the stuff I learned from those jobs during those summers, apply, and they're like, wow, kang mlargen men man madu alo there, ek mlarbe me. I think we were advanced for small population. I'll let you continue.
No, but this is our most popular program. It's the one we're very well known for. And I feel like I said, takora like it's like an unwritten rite of passage. Raro ko ngalakarbela sel talbog summer. Pamu WIA, pamu kanang pam. And so tigit sel program dilo sa at. So this is our annual.
I feel like it was that, and then now it's a different thing. But it has always been this, right? Yeah, ang nakikita ko ako na sa say WIA ako maldi mo na summer school.
Wait,
Summer work, I mean summer work.
That's why I said this is, I feel like aluko mo ko gira atal takalod ang la officer ka ma'am.
Oo.
Kasi ngara WIA, of course still dilibor nga rangal ka sa pekal summer. So this is what we're known for basically. Oh, and in fact, but in reality, these are the programs that we serve, but this is the most popular one. So it's our annual 6-week long program that's designed to introduce and expose youth to the workforce. So from previous SYEPs, 75%, salgi mo mesaygal previews yung 75% third year, ablo all nga school. They're always high school students just looking for summer jobs. And then 25% third year, at work out of school. So nga at nga 14 to 24, so trigel like let's say 18 and 24 trigel na graduate, and then at sumong parada ka loro la summer, they can come and they're more than welcome to apply for the SYEP. So again, who is eligible? Ages 14 to 24, citizens of US territories, and freely associated states.
So when does this summer program for 2022, when does it start? From when to when?
So usually around April, I mo start to send out formal letters and more local employers to invite them to apply. So what we do first is we all our employers a lot. So we have a list of populated employers that we can place children in, or tiragidal may apply SYEP in. Ding sige 2020. See that 2020 agi ko receiver tel pandemic unemployment assistance. Agi man lo overwhelmed with the amount of people that we were serving, so we canceled it for that year. So SYEP was first. That was like sort of the first time to cancel it. Oo. And then coming around to 2021, direct kal ramal mle obra da ramam tagi del pandemic unemployment assistance. So we MCCA took over the program for us. Oo. So
I
we funded
remember,
that.
yeah.
Oo. So we funded that, but they did the oo. They provided the manpower to oo.
Shout out MCCA.
Yes, thank you. So, and then coming around to this 2022, hindi ka koramal lolo ko abos sa ramal malgirel. So, we're just waiting on her to say the word. Yeah.
Well, hopefully it comes back.
Yeah.
I'm really appreciative of people like you and the offices that you guys are in and these opportunities, because I feel like kung tara sabihin mo nga kal sumduk takal other sports, takal other arts, like pick up a skill set, you know. So
Yeah, I think that's really what introduced me into the job world and made
Yeah.
me kind of think at like sophomore year,
mhm.
high school, and I was like, wow, I could really make money. I could really start like thinking about a
Yeah.
real life after high school. So
I feel like also people take you serious when they see that you have these kinds of experience in different offices
Yeah.
or different businesses.
and that's what actually introduced me to computers, because that's when I took a job at Computers Plus,
Mm.
and they introduced me to a
Oh my
motherboard.
gosh, Computers Plus. I
Yeah.
remember.
Wow.
All right. So what else you got for us?
Okay, so last but not least, so we've covered the Title 1, I get Tril Batingin na Title 1, and then we've covered the SYEP. A recent program that we just got a hold of and applied for is the Apprenticeship Training Program. So, and I think that apprenticeship training program, dito ka nga developmental stage. So right now we're still working to recruit employers, head partil design a program or tier, because what this is, take the apprenticeship training program, ang program laro nga WIA, I'll help our local employers, I'll marula program or tier. Oo, so let's say a partner up nga masurang electric sel sosyo mar atra construction ay partner up loban career helper tier establish a apprenticeship training programs or tier. So and then take the program, it's the really I want a program for one occupation. It's specifically designed for one occupation.
Nice. Custom to whatever that
Yes.
occupation.
So one algong bali many apprenticeship training programs are tier through us.
Nice.
Adang. So let's say I give partner up with Surang Lenson Social Construction Company, partner up with them, remove la Rulia designer, helper till designer programmer tier for construction. Magi helper till designer programmer tier construction, mang mo sabi recruiter other mo over your say.
Wow.
Adang.
Can we make this? I mean, we're willing to be your dummy, your what do you call that? When you use a hamster as a experiment.
Test subject.
We're willing to be your test subject. We want to
Yes,
try this out
sure.
because I
No,
think
no
this would be great.
problem.
Like, one thing, ang maral tiyakar mal ngalakal al madingit mo media mal close to talel
Adang.
al part and I think something like an apprenticeship training program would most I'm and then learn how to do camera, how to do all these different things.
So of course, you
yeah.
guys are more than welcome to apply as employers. They help program you rule program kami. Of course, yes.
There we go.
Government and private.
Wait,
Government and private.
all sectors.
Okay.
So that's what this is. I partner up with employers and then I help our team remove the apprenticeship training programs or tier, as well as partnering with PCC, suppliers the classroom component. So kada designer ito program, mang half-ring or half-ring school.
Nice.
So they learn.
So you get an
class
actual.
and apply.
Adang.
So you get an actual like a certificate
Mhm.
at the end, and
And
there
what
you go.
differentiates this from sige the apprenticeship or CB? El atyang this gives the employer full control. Tenga wase tenga maldi mo your employer wase how long, how rigorous, how many hours, how many tenga program ma employer of aklisi il designer ngil morsel sawal. Part talaga mati supply technical assistance, ma funding, and then employer di ngil of a program ring.
I know some people that can
I
use
see.
this program too.
Yeah.
When do you guys think this is gonna roll out?
So we're currently in the process of we're trying to come up with this conference. Plan na rin for April 21 or 2022. So is it the following Thursday?
Yeah, like
Following Thursday.
week after Ocean.
Adang. So we're currently planning this event where I give mo plan to disseminate the recruit our employers. Ospe alwase. Also kung mga nga ko are other lorang sir al time employers interested in partnering up with us to make your programs. Nga nga tigil conference ito sa daringira April 21 or 2022. Also mo interested.
Oh yes, we have a flyer up for that.
Ooy. Also mo interested ako mo ra obis ra 488-2513 or email almora helen.wioa@gmail.com to express your interest in coming to the conference as an employer, and then we'll send you the invite the maige rogo wa agenda mangarang so sel ome, and we're prepared to educate you on what the program is, how you can harness it to make your own programs and hire your employees. Smisi awal course momdas panguspe training ra kumbali ka. So wherever you see gaps, or you can use the program to fill in those gaps. Oo, malsong mga nga ko ra area ra ngarel bela ul ko uspe assistance ringi ako may kada tailor program kami will fill those gaps. Yeah.
Actual filming.
Yeah. Radio announcer.
May say.
Wow.
Yes. So we're excited about this program.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm so excited that us three young people here are like looking at these and miss I gagid ko program sa makaranga those I gagid el program and like gagid makarang like I thinking Akmal excited el to kay gagid el kukura wino das el name if to kay gagid el migal adults el ko miss I gagid and take advantage of it, and and I feel like younger people should really always look for ways to create opportunities for other younger people, and these are great. So
one thing I wanted to mention too is like al time, people nakadil ba yotra adal di mong volunteer or di like it's very, I mean, just thinking about cost of gas and stuff like that. So the fact that one, it's a paid apprenticeship, and two, on the employer side, they get to cater and see, okay, this is a X amount of time we need them to train in order to really get their hands. Like for me, 3 months training, that's a lot of time, even just 6 weeks training. I'm like, what can you get in from this whole experience? And I'm really excited to see where the program goes, and hopefully when you guys get it started, the rollout and everything, we can bring you back on to talk about the turnover, and maybe even have one of the employers that you guys set up to come and share how they've experienced the program as well. But yeah, just with the summer job program, the SYEP, what used to be WIA, like I think you guys are gonna do great, because for it to be here this long and COVID only the reason why it stopped, like I can't wait to see this one roll out.
Yeah. Thank you. Magiging ako na program na obviously. So gigit ang Title 1, what was that? SYEP, matigil the apprenticeship training program. I gave that 3 main programs that are obviously that you can come in or ask. We're more than willing to help you. Luwaseng makarapom sis-bregat program and makarigin mo lang sa kami. So,
your office hours, one more time for us, location?
Office hours, we go in ra 8 and the hikora ospe ra hour to prep everything for our customers. Namang agi open ra 9, almo 12, and then reopen ra 1, almo 4. Yes.
Monday through Friday.
Mondays through Fridays.
Well, thank you so much, Regner.
Thank
I
you for
really
having
appreciate you and your
me.
patience. And
Alright.
honestly, you guys go check them out. Kaskas Building, right? PCC. All right. So that looks like the end of our show, Rondi. We were waiting on our spotlight guest, but maybe we can have them on for our next episode. Until
Okay.
then, hope you guys have a wonderful week. Keep your head up. It's Ocean's Conference Week, or our Ocean Conference Week.
Our
So,
ocean conference, yeah.
yeah. Welcome all the guests to Palau.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you. Di nagigit kung ano sa share. Thank you everybody for watching Omengereker Mondays, happening every Monday at 9 a.m. All right. So thank you all. Peace.